Getting There scheme was developed to give young people with learning difficulties the opportunity to make the move to independent travel as safely as possible. Young people and their families are supported to access travel training by the young person's college tutor. The travel trainer will meet with the young person and their family at home and gather as much information about the young person as possible. This information will be used to plan the safest possible journey, usually starting with the journey to and from college. Once the journey has been planned, the student will go out with the travel trainer for an initial assessment. If the travel trainer believes that the student will progress quickly, they may be paired up with a travel buddy if one is available. A travel buddy is someone similar in age to the student who will help them practice their journey. During the practice sessions, the student will be encouraged to learn at their own pace. This will continue until the student does more and more of the journey by themselves. During each session, the student will be taught everything they need to know, how to identify and stop their transport, how to ask for fare. They will even be advised on the safest place to sit as near to exits as possible. The travel trainer or travel buddy will encourage the student to identify landmarks so that they become familiar with their route and teach them where to press the button to ask the bus to stop at their destination. But obviously there is more to keeping safe than simply knowing a route. The student will be taught the importance of having their mobile phone with them at all times so that they can access help if they need it from people they know. Should this go wrong, the student will be taught to identify safe strangers such as people in uniform that they can approach. The cost of travel is covered whilst the student is learning, and the travel trainer will support the student and their family to apply for any concessions to which they might be entitled. At the end of the training, the student will be observed for a period of time by the travel trainer to ensure that they're maintaining all the skills that they've been taught. If there are any concerns, the training will stop or further training will be put in place to deal with any issues. After the student has been signed off, they will keep the travel trainer's details, so can still contact them at any time. The student will also receive a record of achievement as proof of everything that they've accomplished. Students are actively encouraged to bring up any issues with staff or family as soon as possible, and further training is put in place if necessary. Further training is also provided if students need to learn new routes in the future.
Well, I was first approached for my daughter to do travel training was from the college. And when they first approached me, I was like, no, I don't want her to do travel training. There was no need, I drive. Why would I want to put her in that danger on a bus? And it was just out of the question. The danger's of the fact that I'm not in control. I've got no control when she's out of this house and she's on a bus of keeping her safe. And I suppose in my head I thought that she couldn't do that herself. I suppose when they're younger you look at it and they can't do that, but we don't tend to let go. So I think for me it was a big part of my head. So once college said to us again, are you interested? I was like, oh yeah, actually I was. And as soon as I said yes I was a bit, oh, have I made the right decision? And then you phoned and said about it, so I was thinking, oh God, I can't back out now. Can't, she's got to go. But when you came, you put me at ease, you told me exactly how things were going to run. And I said one of the loveliest things when she had done about 2 or 3 times with you, and she came home and put on Facebook that she was feeling very proud because she'd been travel training and done her first journey to and from college. It was just so lovely, and lots of people commented on it and said how grown up she's become and how good this is for her, and she absolutely loves it. Because now I look at her and she's not a little girl, little child that's helpless, and she's actually can do stuff for herself. And you saying that she was actually quite confident on the bus. I probably don't see that side of her because I don't let her show me that side, because I do everything for her. So from now on I'm going to just step back. So when we went out today, she just got her bus pass out, put her hand out for the bus, She told me to tell the van that I needed to go to Hoddesdon. So as a group, maybe not so much for my husband and my son, because they let her do more stuff than I would anyway. But as a mum, I am definitely much more relaxed to the fact that actually she can do stuff. So for us, it's made a huge difference, because I think it's probably one of the only things where I've actually sort of let her out of the house on her own, without me physically taking her somewhere, dropping her off and picking her up. So yeah, I think it's made a huge difference.
Getting There would like to say a big thank you to all the students, parents and staff who helped in the making of this video and for allowing us to use the footage. We would also like to thank you for watching. The music in this video comes courtesy of the YouTube free music library that can be found at youtube.com/audiolibrary/music. Thank you for watching.